guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Lexi, I'm 24, and I'm currently a student at Douglas J. Aveda of Grand Rapids. I kind of just wanted my first video to kind of explain like my story and why I chose to go to cosmetology school at 24, and just give you a backstory about what it's kind of like to go through that process. So I was raised in a small town in the suburbs of Chicago, and at my school, it was very like country, and like everyone kind of went to the same college after we graduated. It was like a high school 2.0, and I feel like everyone kind of just went for like the same thing, like nursing or business, things along those lines. I know there was a handful of girls that went to cosmetology school, but in high school, I wasn't really into like hair or makeup or anything like that. I was very into fashion more than anything, but I've always been very artistic and like drawing, painting, music, singing. I never really got into makeup. I tried it, like videos on YouTube, but I never really fell in love or caught on to it. So all throughout high school, I was like, yes, I'm gonna be a marine biologist. Girl, you live in Illinois. You're gonna be a marine biologist in Illinois? Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna move to Florida. I'm gonna be a marine biologist. Like, this is what I'm gonna do. And then I changed to ultrasound tech. So for a long time, I was stuck on being an ultrasound tech. I was not the best at science. I was way better at like history and English than science and math. So I realized quick that ultrasound tech probably wasn't gonna work out for me. So then I switched to being a nurse because so many people in my school were becoming nurses. At my school, we had different programs that you could go and kind of like learn about that career further. So I went into the CNA program and graduated from high school with my CNA. I cried every single day we had to go to the nursing home and get our hours in. Oh my God, I hated it. It was terrible. It was not what I wanted to do. It was just not for me. My best friend at the time loved it, and she continued to do it after we graduated high school. I never used my license ever again. So that was off the table. I ended up going to community college in the town over from where I grew up, and I took mainly like the basic courses and just kind of waiting to see something fall into my lap that I love to do. And then in 2016, the very end of 2016, me and my family moved to Michigan. We moved to Grand Rapids, and this is like my favorite place I have ever lived. My parents move so often, and Grand Rapids has felt like home more than anything. So I ended up going to community college in Grand Rapids, and again, was kind of trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I thought about being a high school history teacher. I thought about criminal justice. I loved criminal justice classes. And so I went from forensics to police officer to probation officer to juvenile probation officer. Again, it wasn't for me. I did not want my life to be my job. That's always been my number one thing. I don't want to live to work. And I don't want to work my days away, my life away. So I've always tried to find like a good in between, and I never have. So I ended up going to the other side of the state with my family, and we lived there for 3 years, and all of us did not like it. I still didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, so it was time for me at that point to go to a university. I ended up going to the university in the small town that I lived in out there, and I decided just to go for business. I figured it was the safest route. When you don't know what to do, just go for business. And I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. At that time, I thought I knew. So I got my bachelor's in healthcare management and marketing, and ended up getting a job at a foot doctor. I liked the idea of it, and I liked the work in itself. And I loved the fact that it was a small office, but it just was not for me. I did not want to be in healthcare anymore. I was over it. I worked there for a year, and I was like, no more healthcare. Sorry, like, don't want to do it. So after that, I ended up getting a job at a corporate office that owned massage and skincare companies around like the US. And that was really interesting to learn about. But that was about like one of the first moments that I kind of learned about the skincare and massage industry. And that was also around the first time that I got my hair done. A little late, I know. I didn't get my hair done for the first time until like May of last year, I believe it was. And I just fell in love with it. Like, I fell in love with the way I felt, the way that I looked for once. Like, I loved everything about it. I was sitting in the chair for 5 hours. I have a lot of hair. Just asking the cosmetologist, the hairstylist, like everything I could about hair school. And she was around my age, so she was telling me all the good, all the bad. And I kind of was just like, that'd be really cool, but I'm not gonna make any money doing that. Like, yeah, I know, I've said that before. I'm sure a lot of cosmetologists have said that at one point. I was kind of like, whatever, like I'll find something else that I like to do that I already have my degree in. And personally, I love school. I knew I would go back one day. I just didn't know for what. And I definitely didn't think it was gonna be for cosmetology. I thought I was gonna get my master's at some point. You never know. So I was sitting at my corporate job, hating my life, the most depressed I've ever been, and just staring at the clock all day long. Didn't know what to do with my life. I was very confused, very lost. And I just looked up YouTube videos on cosmetology school, and I found Sam Vey. If you don't know Sam, go look up her videos if you want more insight on cosmetology school. Her journey is very similar to mine, I think. So that really just like made me believe, like, dang, if she can do it, like I can do it too. And it really is never too late. I've always said that. Like, it's never too late to go back to school or change your career. We have women in our school and men from ages 18 to up to 50. So I love talking to people. I love being on my feet and moving. Like, that was the hardest thing about working at a corporate office in a desk job. Like, it's so funny because all growing up, I was always like, yeah, like I want to work a desk job. I want to have my own office. Like, it's going to be so fun. I'll feel like such a boss lady. Like, and it was just not me. And it's so crazy how you can think that about yourself, like your whole life, and then you get a job in it and you're like, wow, like this is not me. This is not what I expected. Like, it's the craziest feeling. So yeah, I was just sitting there and I was like, yeah, I want to do cosmetology school. I want to move back to Grand Rapids where I'm happiest, do something I love and am passionate about, and change my mindset and change everything. Like, I'm ready. I need to do this, like, for me. So I looked up cosmetology schools in Grand Rapids, and I remembered one of my older friends went to Aveda. So I messaged her and she said that she loved it. Like, it was amazing. I asked so many questions. And so I decided to schedule a tour at Aveda. Went there and toured and signed up the next day. It was a no-brainer. The school is beautiful. All the women there are beautiful. Like, I just love the atmosphere, and I was like, wow, like, I'm gonna feel like such a boss lady, like, being able to do this and like being able to say, like, I can do hair. Like, it's crazy. And there's a lot that people don't realize. It's a lot of science, it's a lot of math, it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot harder than you think it is. And I just love everything about it so far. Right now, I am 3 months into my program, and I am just so excited to make so many videos about it and bring you guys along. Any videos you guys want me to do, I can do them. Just leave them in the comments below. So yeah, that's kind of my story with school. I know a lot of people are nervous about going to school with having to work. Like, some people have families, some people live on their own, like me and my boyfriend do. And they are very flexible there. Like, they're willing to work with you to an extent. And especially like tuition, like, they are very much willing to work with you. They have morning, like, day program, or they have night, which is what I do, so I can work during the day. I am using my degree in a healthcare job, a more like business healthcare kind of job. So that is like so helpful. I know not a lot of people have that either, but they are very flexible. My school doesn't start until 4:45 at night. So you have your whole day to work, which is awesome, or take care of your kids, or drive them to school, pick them up, whatever you need to do, and then you can go to school at night and do it for you. So it's really cool that they offer that. Or you can go during the day and work at night. It's awesome that they offer 2 different times that you can go to school. So yeah, that's kind of my journey up to this point. If you guys have any questions, leave them below. If you have any video recommendations, leave them below. Feel free to subscribe. I'll be uploading a lot more videos here coming up soon. I'm excited to share my growth with all of you and my journey throughout cosmetology school. I'll just leave it at that. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.